People like to think that schools are emotion-free zones and you just come there and you're very rational. And of course that's not the case because people aren't like that. We say to teachers, if you're in a really bad mood, you should go into the class at the beginning of the day and go, you know what, I'm in a really bad mood today. And teachers go, I can't say that. And I go, why? And they say, well, I'll scare the kids. And I go, no, you don't get it. The kids already know you're in a really bad mood because they're really smart about these things. What we learned quickly is that creativity is fundamentally linked to learning and is a key component of learning. And therefore, if you focus on developing creativity, you get improvements in learning. And that has been the focus of our work. We have found from our research, and it's confirmed by research in other programs, that young people learn best when they are physically, socially, emotionally, and intellectually stimulated and engaged. And the essence of designing good lessons is to make sure that you have covered all those things. So if you want to bring creativity in the classroom, you have to have a definition of creativity. And we work with the creative habits of mind. There are 5 creative habits of mind, which are being curious, being persistent, being imaginative, being disciplined, and being collaborative. And we see these as interconnected, and in fact being creative is a metacognitive skill, as we say, because it's the ability to switch between these, to know when to stop asking questions and to start doing things. You learn them in 2 ways, one of which is by imitating them from others, and the other is by having the opportunity to practice them yourself. So if you're a teacher and you're looking at your plan for the day, then one of the questions is there an opportunity during the day for the children to be persistent? And this is a good example because persistence means dealing with failure. And teachers very rarely let pupils fail. And yet when you ask teachers what's the best learning experience, they always say failing. And we go, but so you let your children fail? And they go, no, we can't possibly let our children fail, that wouldn't be fair. The other thing is the learning by copying. The question is, have you been imaginative today? Have you been persistent today? Have you been any of those things? Because they will see it from you and they will copy it if you do it. And they will never start to be creative unless you are too. Learning is a profoundly creative process in which children are interpreting and reimagining everything you say, every minute that you're saying it, in amazing ways. And some of them are good and some of them are not good because they reimagine it completely wrongly from what you meant. What's really important, and this is an important movement in education, is making learning visible. All the time you should be thinking of ways of getting them to be able to represent back to you what it is they've learned. And if you give these opportunities to children, explain something, now get into a group, draw what I just said, perform just what I said, then you will find out quickly how much of that's going in, and then you can have the conversation to fix it if it's not right. But you have to make their learning visible. And if they're just sitting there staring at you, I can guarantee they're not learning, but also that translation process back to you isn't happening, and there's no way you're going to fix it if it's not right.